And let's now shift our discussion to the recently concluded Miss International pageant held in Tokyo, Japan last Thursday night. Who among you here watched the show from start to finish? Well, I did, and I just have so many things to say as a result of our candidate Mina Gara making it all the way to top 5 till the end. Because it's really one placement that I wasn't really surprised to see because she truly earned it. I know I was so focused on my Miss Universe coverage, but it still did not stop me from checking up on her from time to time during her competition. And I was really impressed with what I saw. Mirna really transformed right before our eyes. And that was definitely 2 years in the making. Because nakita yun naman, she looked so soft and dainty with all her styling. And even the way she talked and enunciated her words through her IG reels on the ground made me so suspended in disbelief as to how she was able to imbibe the Miss International prototype of looking so soft, so soft and angelic with her own brand of grace and elegance compared, 'di ba, from her previews, Vava Voom, sexy and fierce persona during her national pageant a year ago. And this is where I have to credit her camp aces and queens. This camp has really mastered the winning formula of Miss International. From Kylie Versosa winning in 2016 to Atisa almost winning the title in 2018, Patch Magtanong in 2019, Hannah Arnold in 2022, Nicole Borromeo the year after, and now Mirna Esguerra, di ba? It really knows how to prep its queens for this pageant system. And their transformation or evolution for Mirna has to be highlighted because Mirna, let's face it, is not your typical Miss International prototype given her morena skin and cabogera image. But she made it work. That there is no skin type that prevents you from winning Miss International after all. So it all boils down to your preparation and styling. That if you truly study what the organization wants, even to the point of studying Japanese culture and learning to speak the language, you will definitely get the results that you want. And it really worked to her advantage. And this is the first important lesson that I learned from watching the show last Thursday night, that the Morena Filipina beauty could win Miss International. Now, let's go to my next lesson. Next lesson I want to share to you guys is that African candidates have a fair chance to win Miss International after all. I know you will all disagree with me on this, given the Miss International organization has never crowned an African contestant in its history, but I still believe this pageant system has been very impartial and fair in how it judges African contestants year in and out. Because just look at how Miss Zimbabwe, Miss Yolanda Shimbarami, who is the highest placing African candidate by placing second in the pageant last Thursday night. Aaminin ko, when I saw her video profile during the finals, I was really hooked. She is an economist who also dabbles as a Disney voiceover artist. So that alone, yung pagiging Disney voiceover artist niya, already captured my interest. And the way she talked about her SDG goals thoroughly, along with her impactful answering the top 5, really made her a standout in the competition. For me, she was a complete package, and I'm glad that this pageant system saw the potential in her as a contender for the crown this year. Because ladies like her and Stephanie Amado from Cabo Verde are really paving their fellow African women to shine and finally win this pageant system in the near future. Let's go naman to my next lesson, which is this is the third lesson. That no matter how pageant fans perceive it, Miss International has remained a relevant pageant. Yes, a relevant pageant. Because over the years, this pageant system has always been at the brunt of criticism from pageant fans and a lot of people for being so boring and outdated with the way it runs or organizes its edition year in and out. And while we can see improvement of their production values little by little every year, the fact of the matter remains it's still a relevant pageant, especially when it adopted the Beauties for SDGs initiative, where contestants get to promote causes related to the United Nations goals through advocacy and grassroots projects, wherein each candidate uses her platform to highlight and work towards specific SDGs or Sustainable Development Goals that aim to create a better and more sustainable future for all of us by year 2030. So it was no surprise talaga that it was the subject or topic in all their speeches during the top 10 segment. And when you think about it, no, how smart of Miss International Organization to really adopt this to make it self-relevant among us pageant enthusiasts. Because whether a candidate is championing quality education or ending world hunger or eliminating gender equality, there are various topics within those 17 SDG goals that could relate to all of us. And listening to all of them makes this pageant a worthy and sensible endeavor to participate. But if I may have to nitpick though, I wish Miss Kenya, who won the Best Advocacy Award during the pageant, should have been given a free pass in the top 10 or top 20, just so this pageant system would be aligned with its mission of highlighting SDG initiatives. I know top 20 is measured in a different criteria, and I feel this is one area that this pageant system would have to reconsider in putting in the top 20 or top 10 just for the remarkable efforts this candidate Miss Kenya has done for her advocacy. So I hope advocacy projects will not just be relegated to a special award but given also importance or recognition for her work, for the candidate's work in the top 10 or top 20 segment in the near future. What do you think about it? And now let's go to my next lesson, which is consistency is key in winning Miss International, resulting to the relevance of various national pageants. I don't know if you noticed this, but we saw a lot of countries figuring in the top 5 of this pageant system this year consistently for the past few years. For one, our country, the Philippines, made it to top 5 twice in the last 3 years. The country of Bolivia has also consistently placed in the top 5 for the past 3 years, for 3 consecutive years. And same with Indonesia, who also has been placing in the top 5 for 2 consecutive years now. So, and then if you think about Colombia as well, same situation with that country, which placed in the top 5 thrice in the last 4 years. Diba? Napansin niyo yun? So what am I trying to say here? It is that countries who have been consistently preparing well are greatly rewarded. And what astounds me with this information is that 4 of these countries come from some of our prestigious national pageants in the world. There is our most prestigious pageant in our country, Binibining Pilipinas Charities Incorporated, Colombia's Señorita Colombia, and Puteri Indonesia, all national pageants who have stayed long in the limelight. And what's so amazing in this aspect is that all three have recently gone through changes with their title selection, given how one equally big four franchise had been removed from them in not so recent past. Yet all these three national pageant organizations continue to thrive and maintain their lead by preparing their contestants so well, which now further extends their relevance in the pageant scene. And I have to credit this to the deep pockets, or shall I say financial stability, of these revered institutions for always creating a well-oiled machinery in campaigning for all their contestants. And the result has been truly astounding. Hopefully, these pageant organizations will continue in reinventing themselves despite the challenges, setbacks, and numerous changes happening in the pageant scene. As they say nga, di ba, success is sweeter for long-term or for long-time operation. The struggles you face along the way are what gives this kind of success, in this case, consistency in results, its true value. And finally, we go to my last lesson, and it has something to do with Miss Colombia's winning answer: how Japanese concepts could make you win big in life. Miss Colombia not only won because of her doll-like beauty, but also for how she confidently shared her simple experiences or joys while competing for this pageant this year, with her answer given uh last Thursday night. And I don't know if she may have noticed that her answer may have touched on a part of Japanese culture, which is the concept of mono no aware, diba? Like what she said, or ikaga, where it means the feeling of things. Or minsan nga parang may pagka-ikigai, diba? Because her answer really resonated with the judges because of how it touched on the culture of the Japanese, of being simple, minimalist, yet never waning on your worth and purpose. The ramen may have been the symbolic ending to tie everything nicely in the end, but the philosophy of finding fulfillment in doing simple things for self improvement is what this is all about. Now, how she just became so natural and fully under her soul, sharing her love for her ramen is just very cute, which the Japanese has always been digging for. So, of leaves, ramen, and Japanese concepts, you can really win big in life.